See what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday, the 29th of May, 2025. First off, a day that was a little tougher on me because of my allergies. My throat kept gunking up over the course of the day. Even though I took an allergy pill, the pollen outside is really bad right now for spring. So it is what it is. I toughed through it, but people definitely noticed it over the course of the day. That's what it was, okay? So how did today go? Well, today we had a podcast, we had a major stream of Clair Obscur, and we had the premiere of Elden Ring Nighreign. The podcast followed up on what we had talked about yesterday about doing longer games and making them fit into the schedule, but also getting people to actually engage and support with them. We came to a conclusion regarding the actual playthrough of Clair Obscur, and that is that basically we're going to focus solely on the story moving forward until we're at the end of the game and then make a decision if we decide to play any more side content. Even though I love the game, if people don't show up and engage and support with it, I can't make it an 80-hour playthrough. Right now I'm already, if you can believe it, at 50 hours into the game. So there you go. But we talked about a few other topics as well, including setting up a thread on the posts tab of the DSP Gaming channel so that people can start to nominate what they feel are some of the most notable funny moments of my history as a 17-year creator on YouTube. We're looking to get more clips for my intros and breaks so that people have more things to watch when I'm walking away for a few minutes. The clips that we have there are starting to get stale, so definitely would be cool to get some more of those. All right, so please take a look at that if you haven't yet. It's on the post tab of DSP Gaming. There's a post there from earlier today, this morning, where you can respond and post up funny moments. All you gotta do is put a link to the clip and explain the moment and what it is, and we'll look into it to possibly make a clip out of it and add it to the rotation, okay? Then we jumped into...
All right, well, definitely want to stop it there because the one thing he failed to mention, of course, during his podcast was all of the drama. Good Lord. It was drama-filled. It was an hour of him screaming at detractors. It was an hour of him screaming at lawsuits, or low suits as we like to call it in the Vortex. It was him screaming at his dents. He's not hitting the... He left all... It's great. And I could days of Phil's content. Something's always back neck, and he's going to commit. As well. He didn't hit the goal. And then, of course, our favorite... that $30 when he decided to do a Q and beg session. And then, of course, well, $50. And then, of course, some anonymous tips. Yes, our favorite supporter, anonymous.
So that there's an incident allegedly that DSP tipped himself. So it's a fake tip. I just want to know what happened.
Came out and dropped $100 fake tip, and we all know it's fake. It's always $100 tip. You notice it's always a tip. It's never a super chat. It's never a member bomb. Right? It's never a sub bomb on Kick. It's always an anonymous tip. And the reason why it's an anonymous tip is because we can't track it. It's the only thing on Phil's, the money that Phil gets that we really can't track. We can estimate ad revenue, but it's very difficult to track. Very difficult to track how much, whether he's getting tips or not, because automatic pop-ups don't occur because he lost his Streamlabs and his Stream Elements capabilities, so it doesn't automatically generate, which sucks. But yeah, I mean, you could just see by his body language, you could see. I mean, he did a 35-minute. Yeah, stay another.
Started rate of the
see what else he had.
$50 of support just from the podcast. The gameplay was great. In the 2.5 to 3 hours we played today, we finished up the entirety of the Visage dungeon, which is one of the major 2 dungeons you need to beat before you can end Act 2 and get to the final act of the game. We also did a slight amount of side content on the way there, but it only took like 10 minutes. And then we did major story advancement / cutscenes, and then we went right into the next dungeons. I think it's called Serene or something like that, which is a bunch of dancing and a big coliseum. Really cool. We got really far, and people were saying, yeah, you're more than halfway already through Serene. You'll probably beat it pretty quickly next stream and head up into Act 3, which is the finale of the game. But at the end of the stream, we only got $122 of support. Now, I say only, and I want you to understand something. I only mean that in context, saying that we didn't hit a goal. $102 of support is a great amount of support for a stream. I'm not complaining. I'm not disappointed. The fact that we were that close to hitting a goal and we didn't kind of sucks. Because if we had hit 87 on that stream, then we could have had more momentum to say, hey, maybe it's a possibility between the Elden Ring, Nighreign streams we could have enough that we could do DSP tries it on Friday. But that kind of shut it down. I thought maybe we would hit it. We didn't. So it is what it is. Still a great stream.
I think he is now streaming also, DSP. Oh, I opened the wrong tab. He's live. And he said it's illegal to watch him live. That's kind of weird. Like he said, like, I don't know if I misunderstood, but he kind of said if people restream his stream when he's still live, those people are supposed to be in jail or something like that. It's kind of... So 260 people watching. What's this clan? If FromSoft gave us VC, we could have asked one of our teammates. You collect the magic that you hit the enemy. I think these are like genuine viewers, so actually watch him.
Great stream, great advancement, all plot, all story, and decent support. Thank you to those who did support, okay? The late night stream was Elden Ring Nighreign.
Yes, I can hear it in your voice, Phil, that, you know, you're not complaining. You're not sad that you didn't hit the goal. No, Phil, come on, brother. You know you were upset you didn't hit that magic $150 milestone because, of course, detractors get a W. That's right. These filthy detractors who watch everything I do and report everything I do and make a big deal out of everything, they got a W. That's right. And they were able, Duty was able to make a video mocking Phil for not hitting the goal. Look at that face. Look at that face. Does that look like a man who isn't upset or isn't complaining that MoMentum stalled? That's right. MoMentum stalled, quit, and do something.
It's back. I got it working. So now I have played the Elden Ring Nighreign network test, so I knew what to expect. So instead of doing the whole tutorial and wasting time, I skipped it all. I said no. I booted it up before the stream. I got it working graphically beautifully with my computer. So I bypassed all the nonsense. I got the controller working with it, all right? And then I said, when we start this stream, because I know that runs in this game are about an hour each, let's start with gameplay immediately. So we did. I ran in. I messed around a little bit with combat in that little area where, you know, you fight the dummy so you can learn the controls. And then I basically switched classes to the, not the Eviscerator. It's the new class where you have a giant sword and you can parry, okay? Similar to Sekiro. So what I did is I wanted to try that new class. So that's what we did tonight. And that class is interesting because you can use it as a giant sword attacking. You can dual wield and do a bunch of attacks, or you can go parry build, where basically you sheathe, you put this big giant sheath on the sword, and you parry a lot. And when you parry a lot, it builds up this ability where you get a big running slash with the sword that does a chunk of damage and a chunk of stun. So since you've parried a lot of the times when you hit them with that stun, they actually stagger, and now you can get like a down attack, which is really cool. So I liked this, and I went with this all night. We did 2 runs. The first run, I actually was playing with people who seemed to know better what they were doing, and they actually showed me that in Elden Ring Nighreign, when you get to those churches where you had the upgrades in the original Elden Ring to basically get more like flasks, now it also gives you flasks in this game. I was like, oh crap. So as long as you know where those churches are located, you can run and get a whole bunch of heals in a run, which is cool because we didn't know that during the network test.
I don't know what he's talking about. This is his current live streaming, and I could go to jail because of it, according to him. Tax 200 of 300. I don't know how, this is how much he making in like one stream. $200 US. That's a lot of money. This game looks good, and people like watching him, actually watching him. Can this class do that Kamehameha thing? Gonna have to strategize. You got this piece of cake. I think he actually have genuine viewers. Like people actually watch him. Maybe around 250 concurrent viewers, and that's a lot. But I don't know if like if each of them give him $10 a month, how much is that? It's like close to $3,000 US, and that's enough. But I think it's impossible for all of the concurrent viewers to convert into the paid member. So yeah, but he's still going good. I think one thing is because of a detractor, right? Because detractor give him relevancy. People still talking about him because of the detractors.
So first run, we fought the Briared, bell-ringing knight guy, who's the guy with his little briars all over him and the supercharged sword that he kind of like throws around and can control. And then the second boss was actually the Fell Omen. But even though we kind of knew what we were doing, the Fell Omen kicked our butts. So we did not get past, you know, phase 2 into the third phase boss, sadly, in that first run. And so that took about an hour, all right? After that first hour, we had only had about 30 bucks of support. And sadly, I hate to say it, this is kind of what I expected was going to happen. Why? When do my streams succeed the most? Basically, when I'm able to interact with my audience. Okay, now there's some exceptions. There are some games that, for example, when I play them online like Call of Duty or Street Fighter, people like the gameplay enough. But in this case, this is the same as playing like Apex Legends, all right, or Destiny 2. You're teaming up with a team of people. You have to focus on the game because at every moment, the ring is moving in. There's enemies at your neck to kill you. You can't stop and turn to everyone and start talking because then you even lose track of what your team's doing. You have to be paying attention at every moment when you're playing this game. Because of that, I barely talked with the audience at all. A lot of people were upset. Like, oh, Phil's ignoring us. Of course, they were trolling. They understand. It's just that they're trolls and want to say stupid shit like that. There's no streamer who can fully interact with their audience when they're playing this game. It's not possible, okay? So, after that first run, second run, I teamed up with people who actually seemed more like newbies, but I was learning more how to play with this new class. So I was actually playing a lot better the second run than the first, and it just so happens that second run, we actually got to the final boss. We did make it to him, all right? Now, I won't spoil too much. I want you to watch the videos, obviously, but it was a pretty darn good run. The game runs beautifully on my PC, looks good. Everything was good, all right? But I'm going to be honest, I just don't know if this game's going to resonate with the audience long term. I've been saying it all week. Since this game makes me focus on the game so much and I can't talk with you guys, I don't think people like it as much. They get bored, okay? So, I did my best tonight. Now, by the...
He talks very fast. Or maybe this is like on 2x. I don't know. He's playing the game.
Almost have... Oh, here we go. Yeah, look.
Oh, he has green screen also. This is great. I think one thing that people forgot is like the detractor only re-upload the bad moment from him. It's supposed to be someone that like an actual supporter and re-upload the good part of him, you know, and that would like cancel each other. People would say like he's a bad person, and what if he not, like why wouldn't like his supporter create a channel that only have the positive things of him, right? And that would cancel each other, and that would be a better PR. This is not like not a very good PR, not the best PR, but it give him relevancy.
By the end of the stream, a bunch of contributions had come in during that second run, and due to someone doing a generous $100 tip, we hit the goal. But that's the only reason we hit the goal. If that person had not come in and done the $100 tip, we wouldn't have hit it. So this is the premiere of a brand new game, and already it seems like people aren't liking it so much. Reviewers also aren't. They're basically saying, we were hoping for more, but it's basically just an asset flip on Elden Ring. They're right. I mean, that's exactly what it is. So I can't make the game any better than it is. I like it, though. Like, I liked the first two runs. Tomorrow, there is no Level 1 podcast. Tomorrow, instead, I'm going to start the stream around 11:15 a.m. Around 11:30, I'm going to come on and hang out with you guys for like 20 minutes. We'll talk about the game. We'll talk about whatever. And tomorrow, I'm going to reveal what the 100 Goals Marathon will be, okay? I know you guys have been waiting intensely for it. Well, I'm going to tell you once, once we start tomorrow morning.
All right, whatever, Phil. Good God.
Yeah, so I don't see any context in this video. Okay, that's all, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Let's see each other in the next video. So in the next video, I would like to announce something about the comment that people have been giving me. Like, I start to have some detractors or some trolls on my channel. I just started channel. I just started uploading the content of the channel about a few days ago, maybe 1 or 2 days ago, and I started to have some detractors, some trolls. So I would like to clarify the things that they said. Okay, see you.